Hello everyone and good morning. This is day 2 of us building our garden here in upstate New York. Yesterday we got a lot of things done. We got all the beds ready. We did some planting, but I did not finish doing everything that I wanted. I still have all of these seedlings in here, but at least the beds are prepared. I want to go show you guys how the seedlings that we did plant yesterday did overnight. I couldn't control myself and already opened them this morning, so I came here a lot earlier with my coffee and I wanted to check on them first thing right away. So I took the covers out and I'm going to show you guys how they're doing now. I did not water this morning. I came in with the intention of watering, but when I removed them, the soil still looked nice and moist. But look how nice they look. They spent the night very well. Everyone is nice and plump, which is good. Same with those guys here. They get morning sun, so around 6 a.m. it was really sunny here, so they were all looking nice and happy. They're still looking nice and happy. I guess they did transplant very well. Excited about that. I'll leave them open, getting some fresh air, and probably going to water them and cover just later today, right by sunset. They will be enjoying. It's going to be a very nice day today in the 70s up here. The lake's looking beautiful. We don't have the dock out yet, but we like to come here in the morning, have our coffee, and just listen to the wildlife. Okay, so today we are going to take care of this bed because I have that extra bag of in-ground garden soil. I will add half to this one, and I actually have decided, even though I am a little tired, that I'm going to tackle the half of this bed here today too. That's going to be after I do everything else, but because I have half of the other bag, I think I can use one to fill both. And here's how the side of the house is looking good. And the beds are still in a little bit of shade, which is good because I want to do the planting now in water, and then the sun won't be too strong to burn the seedlings or anything. So this is what we're gonna do right now. First project of the day is just to plant all of this raised bed. I'm going to plant these ones first, I think the bigger ones, and then do a few of the other ones around. And I plan to do this yarrow, silverfield, and rudbeckia on this little bed in here, and also on the side of the house. Okay, so I'm going to start. I'm going to put it in here so you guys can see what I'm working with. But I'm going to start actually in the middle because I want the rudbeckia to be the star of the show. Those are a little bit bigger from the first sowing that I did back in my apartment, so I'll try to plant this in here. Hopefully this one will be flowering by July because I'm afraid the little ones that I have might not. I'm still planting them out anyway because we're gonna add some beautiful greenery and foliage. But we're gonna start with the rudbeckias in here. I want them to be kind of towards the middle. Actually, you know what? I was thinking about this just last night. Maybe I will bring some sunflower seeds here in May to put here and leave it covered. And I'll do the rudbeckia here on the side. But rudbeckia is deer resistant, sunflower is not. So we'll see how nature wants our garden to be. I'll probably just maybe put like one here, the Sahara, the one that I'm most excited about, and another one right here. The two biggest seedlings in here, so hopefully they will do well. They are definitely root bound. Oops, they've been in the cell for a little while. Try my best to separate the roots without breaking them. I'm on this side too, just a little bit easier time spreading. Oh, there's only one rudbeckia. Okay, this is one rudbeckia, one Sahara, sorry, one double daisy and one Cherokee sunset. Perfect. I'm gonna do then the Cherokee sunset here, or maybe 1, 2, 3. Maybe I'll do sunflower in here, Yeah, I'll do the double daisy here because it's looking a little better, and maybe I'll do the other one here on this side. Since these Cherokee sunset ones are not, none of them are actually looking really good. I'll put it in here, right next to this one. And another teeny one that I might put on the side, the edge here. I want to do some calendula in here. This is feverfew. Hope you guys can hear me. I'm a little far from the mic. I'll do the feverfew in the back. Straw flowers. Put one here. Oh, this is very root bound. Check this out. Hopefully, sorry I left you in so long. Hopefully it will be alright. I hope so. I also have some pansies that I want to put here in between those guys. Those the root system in those is great. It's beautiful. They grow a lot slower, so at the same time. Thank you for that. I'm going to put a straw flower in here. So this bed's not super well planned. I'm just putting stuff around, but see if you can see from close. See how root bound those are? I cannot sell this in the ceiling sale, so good thing about them up here. I hope that they will do well. And the bachelor button, maybe I'll put it on all the way on the other edge. So this is going to be the first trial on this plant. If they don't make it in this bed, I will bring more stuff to plant in May. There's a lot of space in here, and you can see things are not planted as tightly. So you'll see how they're looking, and then we'll make a decision by Memorial Day. But I still have snapdragons, and I think I'm just going to stick some snapdragons on the edges here, because it would be nice to have them coming out through the outside. So I'm going to pick them up. So this is leftover from yesterday. This is the Potomac orange variety. Again, snapdragons can be planted fairly close. Maybe I'll move this. I'll put it over here. Sorry for the indecisiveness. I'm having a hard time with these gardens. 2 and 3 maybe, like this. So these two guys have space to grow maybe here, here, and here. None of these snapdragons are pinched. The ones from yesterday are not either. I'm not sure if I mentioned that in yesterday's videos or not. But because it's cooler here, they might not have the most optimal conditions and kind of part shady. I am afraid to pinch them and to take too long for them to flower. So I'm not pinching. And I'm hoping that they will be flowering by July. Ah, they're so cute. I love snapdragons. Should I put 2 more here? No. Let's do that. And then put some more on that side, some more there. I think that's good. Just going to give a little watering now. Just grab water from the lake again, and I already installed the hoops after water, so it's easy tonight to cover it. Oops. This water can is not great. That's all we have here. That's what I'm gonna use. Okay, all done. Hopefully this raised bed doesn't fall apart because it's very old. Danny might fix the back over there, but we're just hoping that these plants are going to get so nice and beautiful they'll cover it. Here's a closer look. How everything's looking. Can't wait for that pile of snow to melt. Now that we've done that, the next step for today is to do this garden while also is still in the shade. This is easier, so there's a few things in here that his mom planted last year, but as you can see, like here, this is Rebecca. She didn't plant it deep enough, so there's a bunch of roots exposure. I can see some of them coming back, but I want to make sure that I have enough soil to cover all of that. So I will do half of the bag of the garden soil here. And I still have some mushroom compost. I think I might throw some in there, mix around a little bit, and do some more planting. This is I'm gonna plant the yarrow, the feverfew, all the stuff that's gonna be uncovered and left out here. Gotta go get my soil. It's getting really hot. I'm gonna take my sweater off, but this is the last of the soil that we have. So I'll put that in the wheelbarrow. I'll take it over there and keep going. I've got some of the seedlings in here too. This is yarrow, feverfew, Rebecca. I'm gonna go grab the shovel. Okay. This one's light. This one over here is pretty heavy. Whew. Okay, just open like that. So I'm gonna get my little shovel this time. Whew. It is warm today. I'm a little worried about my plants back home. Hopefully they'll be alright there with the heat. Oh, that was already half of the bag. Oh well, I'll make it work. With these guys, we have no order out, so I'm just going to try to fill this up the best I can, with them all mixed up. I made a bit of a mess with the seedlings here. The tray fell, but this is what I'm gonna plant for now because I still want to use some of this to put along the house, and I want to put some seeds in here, the lupine seeds that I talked about. I'm gonna scatter some here because Danny's sister and his mom really like the lupine. I'll just plant some seeds around and see what happens. Got me a little seed bag here. Take my gloves off. Oh man, I love the sound of the birds here. Let's see what else can I do. Lupine seeds. Maybe some salvia. I'll do some larkspur mix. I kind of wanted the blue one. Did I bring the blue one? I did not. Ay, my. Orange button calendula. I'll do some of this too. Alright, so here's the seeds that I picked. I got lupine. Also, lace facilia, sorry. The lupine. Orange button calendula and the larkspur mix and salvia. So just put it around and see if any of them will come up or not. It's always hard for me to think direct soil. I always feel like things don't come up, so we'll see. So this is the one that said you should do some scarification. I don't have anything here with me that I can scratch. I'll try to put this amount of seeds. Hopefully it works. If not, it'll come next season. Some of this larkspur that is also better direct seeded. I'm gonna put this many seeds, not as much because I want to get this on the side of the house and other spaces as well. Larkspur needs darkness for germination, so I'm gonna make sure I dip them bury them a little deep enough that they're not too exposed, so they can get the darkness they need to germinate. Okay, calendula next. The salvia, I've never grown it before. Also, this is 1/16 of an inch, means it's surface soil, so I'm just gonna scatter those around. place Cecilia next. Alright, now I'm just going to water everything in. Alright, just a quick side note. That grass over there, here, is intense. The root system is really tied up, so this is not native grass. This is a grass that was seeded here a few years ago and then never got mold for a couple of years and went to seed and spread like crazy, so it's everywhere now. And this side is a lot harder to do than the side there. So I'm really glad I'm only going to do up to here. We're going to leave the rest of this side as it is. There's some daylilies and stuff that grow back in here and white strawberries. I'm only doing all the way up to here. But I need to go grab some water now and I'll be right back. So this area here was actually a bit harder than I expected, as I mentioned before I went to get some water. But then when I came back, I just mixed it in some of the garden soil and the mushroom compost and I gave a good watering. But I was thinking I actually might put the landscape fabric in this area because it's really hard to break the grass. Then he was mentioning to me that would be a good time to have a tiller because we could try to take that grass like root layer down. But I did it with a shovel, did the best I could, but I'm only doing this third of this bed now. I don't think I can do the rest of it. It's so hard, it took me so long. I sped up in the video, but actually it was more hard work than I thought. It was harder than doing the whole other side of that house there. So I'm afraid this grass is just gonna grow again. It's probably tons of seeds in there. I don't think they mowed last year either, now that I'm thinking. I changed my mind. I was going to put some seeds in here, but I'm now going to just make this all rudbeckia because I have so many seedlings still. So I'll put the landscape fabric over it and cut some excess and then put the seedlings that I already have in here on this side and do like a mass planting of rudbeckia. And then I'll do more seeds on the other side of the house. And we'll see how it goes. But I want to actually start with the other side before I do the landscape fabric here. I want to go ahead and plant the stuff along the edge of the house, put some seeds in there, and then move on to this side, do the landscape fabric, because I want to get some of those rocks back there to hold the landscape fabric down, but that's later. So side of the house that way. It's starting to get a little shady here, so it would be good for planting. This half of the bed, the little house gets more shade than that half over there. So I might put some shade tolerant stuff in here and more the sun loving crops in there. Some of the other seeds that I showed you guys, there's lots of them. We're going to actually planning to put them in here, but things are taking a lot longer than I expected. We were thinking that we're also going to have time to clear the pine trees in here and sort of, you know, get this ground scratched a little bit and prepped to throw tons of wildflower seeds in there and have this area very colorful and full of food for the pollinators and hummingbirds, etc. So we'll see if we get time to do that. But now we're going to focus on there, which I would like to have time to do this because some of those seeds need to be cold stratified, so it would be better if we could sow them in there this time than when we come here in May. But we'll do what we can. So let's start with this side here and see if we can get to tackle that project maybe later today or even tomorrow. Start doing this side here. I'll speed up this video too because I know we've been talking about so much stuff already. Now that all the seedlings are planted, I planted everything other than Rudbeckia. And I'm not gonna go over the seeds again. I already did a video going over all of them. I'll link it up if you're curious, but I'm just gonna get a variety of this and kind of scatter it around and hope that they germinate and grow too. But it's just gonna be a variety of everything. Alright, I threw a bunch of seed in there, but I gotta tell you, I feel very nervous with direct seeding. I always think that they're not gonna come up, so I overseeded, I put too much. I can always come in thin when we come here for Memorial Day or the wildlife routine for us. So see, seeds are in, let's hope for the best. Move these rocks out of the way now so I can put the landscape fabric here and hopefully do the last planting of today, which will be all the Rudbeckia. Alright, phase 3 of today. I'm actually excited to get this done. The time is passing by a little too fast, but this is the last seedlings we have to plant. Everything else now is going to be seed. So let me open this landscape fabric. And I actually might even dig around a little bit. Let's see, I'm gonna place them over, then I might put some dirt around a bit to start helping holding it down. Oh, perfect size. This band here is 3 feet. This is 3 feet wide. Just perfect. I'll put some rocks here just so it holds for me, and I will do the finishing touches later. It's so hard to dig on this area here. I'm just gonna do the rocks. Oh my gosh, I feel so silly now. I just remembered that I have a million garden staples. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna use that to secure them. Oh, I can't believe I forgot about it. Let me go grab them. Put them around, make sure the stays here doesn't blow away with the wind. Right, much easier. We're still gonna put the rocks here for the looks later, but now we have it all secure. Let's see how easy it is to poke holes on this and get all of our Rudbeckia in. So I have Sahara and Double Daisy here. I think this guy gets a lot taller. So I'm gonna do the Sahara Rudbeckia all in the front and the Double Daisy towards the back. I think I made a mistake with this. I should have evened out the soil a bit better before putting the seedlings. Now everything's uneven over there, so the fabric is coming over because I also left all of the grass. It was very bumpy and my seedlings are just being hidden. So I'm gonna try to cut these holes a little bigger and hope for the best, but I don't want to put landscape staples on all of them to fix them in the holes. I did that in some of them, but it's too much. Look at this, completely covered. It says on the thing that you just need to cut an X. Definitely not. This one, look at this. Doesn't even look like there's a seedling in there, but there is. So I've seen some people burning holes. I don't have a blowtorch here because this is not plastic, it's fabric. I don't like the X method. Maybe it's if the seedlings are bigger. These are too small. so cutting it a little bit bigger. Let's see if it works for us. Tiny seedlings. Okay, so that's a wrap for today, for day 2. I'm just going to water everything before going to make dinner. So I'm going to water the 2 of the beds that we built today and planted. I'm gonna give them another watering because it's been actually really hot, and also water one more time the beds down there by the lake. So tomorrow hopefully I'll get a chance to work on the wildflower gardens, the one right here behind me and the one by the other side of the house. And if I do, I'll make sure to let you guys know. Thank you guys for watching today, and I'll see you next time.